True love is hard to find.
But we found it quick.
I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Hey guys.
Today we're doing the pet peeves tag.
It's pretty self-explanatory. We're just going to tell you what our pet peeves are.
There's 8 each.
We both got 8, so you want to start first?
Yeah. I think my worst one would be people that chew with their mouth open. Well, I think chew period. They go like... They're just annoying.
Alright. Mine is Walmart. It's like pretty... I mean, I guess it all depends.
Walmart.
I guess it all depends on what area you're from when you go to Walmart, but... Because I went to like 4 or 5 different Walmarts before. They're all relatively the same way. People will just throw stuff on the floor. People go there looking crazy.
And dress crazy.
I mean, it's not a bad store, but it's a crazy store.
Okay, this one was in school. The teacher would write something on the board, and they would erase it, and they would leave like the smallest mark on the board, and I'd always raise my hand and say, can I erase that off the board? Or I'd get up myself and take it off the board. They'd leave like the littlest mark on the board, and it would drive me crazy. I don't know why they can't just erase the whole thing off the board. Didn't that bother you in school?
Not really.
It bothered me.
Alright. Next would be turn signals. People who drive and don't put their turn signals on until they turn, or like right before they turn, or they put it on like a mile back and then they don't even end up turning. They just have it on for no reason, and then you're waiting for them to turn, they never turned. So like you just waste so much time just because they're sloppy. I hate that.
Next one would be guys that wear flip-flops. These kind.
Thong too.
Yeah. That's kind of like a turn-off, too. That's disgusting. Don't wear those.
Alright, my next pet peeve would be the way people drag their feet when they walk.
Oh, look at
does
me.
it all the time. Like, you hear the concrete in your shoes scratching.
No,
like,
that's the flip-flops.
Like, you're not walking, like, anything. Even when you wear shoes, like, you're not walking like this. Like, you hear it drag. I hate it. I used to walk to school with my brother. He did the same thing. Dragged his feet the whole way. Hate that.
Another one would be that when I watch a movie with someone, they don't pay attention to it. Like, they're either texting on their phone or talking throughout the whole movie. Pisses me off. Okay.
My next one is people who don't try to take things seriously. Like, if you're playing a sport or something, they're just messing around, or you're at work and people who aren't at work working. Like, I don't like people who don't take things that they're doing seriously. Like, there's a time for joking, and there's a time that you just gotta take things serious, and people don't do that. Some people don't.
When I say something to someone, they're like, what? But they actually heard me. They just want me to repeat myself. Like, I'll say something, like, this kid does it. I'm like, what do I say? Like, Jade, you want to watch a movie tonight? He's like, what? He's like, yeah, I want to watch a movie tonight. Like, you heard me, but you still say it.
Oh, those are the people that...
What?
You say what, and then they respond before you even say what you said again.
Yeah, like
they
what do you
heard
want
you, but they
to do
just say
tonight?
what
Like,
anyway.
what?
I don't do that, but I know people who
Sometimes
do
you do.
Pointing in public. Amber does it all the time, pointing in public. It's so rude. And
I'm like, look at that cute baby over there. He's like, stop pointing.
Like, people just take pointing as rude. Like, if you
Now
see
they're
someone
not
pointing
looking
at you,
when I point.
But if you point at a baby or you point at anyone, they're just going to think you're talking about them, and you're not.
Nuh-uh. Not always.
If someone pointed at you, what would you think?
But
You think they're going to be saying you're pretty? Or you're going to think that they're talking
when I
about
do
you?
it, they're not looking at me pointing.
Everyone else could see you pointing.
So?
All right, next one, Amber, go.
When I tell someone to shut my door and they don't shut it all the way, or they do, but they shut it like that much, and it's cracked open, that pisses me off.
My next pet peeve is people who are overly mad.
Overly mad?
Yeah. You go. Let me think of what I meant when I wrote that. Go ahead, you go.
Okay, this one is when people eat with a fork or a spoon. They take this spoon or fork and they put it in their mouth and they grind their teeth on it while pulling it out of their mouth. I know someone who does that. I'm not gonna say who, but it's so annoying. Like, they would take the spoon and then pull it out and you hear their teeth grinding on it.
Yeah, like the shing sound.
Yeah, ugh.
I was supposed to write overly loud, but I wrote mad, and I don't know why. Sometimes when I'm talking and I'm writing, I say when I'm talking, or vice versa. But anyway, I don't like people who are overly loud in public. Even if you're not in public, like, I just can't stand people who are overly loud. Like, there's tones for that.
Okay, you gotta say another one because
yeah,
I already
you went. And people who don't thank you for a common courtesy. Like, if you hold the door open for them, they drop something, you pick it up, and they don't, like, I don't like people who don't say thank you. And that's that.
This one has to do with people who have kids. I see it all the time on Facebook. They need a babysitter and someone puts on there like, need a babysitter for tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Who could watch my kid? Like, that person's basically asking anyone on Facebook to watch their kid. Like, what if there's someone on there that you haven't talked to in like 5 years and like, oh, I'll watch your kid. You would let them? That annoys me.
Okay. People who don't look at you when you're talking to them.
Oh my God. He's the one to say this. He doesn't look at me when I'm talking.
Cause I don't know. I don't have to look at you to hear you, but when I'm talking to you, it's always about something important, so you should be looking at me when I'm talking to you. That's just how I feel like. It's common courtesy to look at someone when you're talking to them.
Well, maybe people would if you do it.
Just saying. Is that that was your last one?
Yeah, that was all of them.
Alright, so that was all 8 of each of our pet peeves.
Oh,
all 16, 8 each, what I meant to say.
I want us to do a question and answer video next. So, yeah. I said that?
No, I was...
Yeah, so if you would leave comments below on questions you want us to answer, and we'll make a video, us answering them.
Yeah, so please like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.